Okay, see. We were on 7th date, no? So 7th date, balance column, out of 100, 80 units are issued, so 20 into 15, 300. And 90 units which were there on the 4th date, they are there with us. They are there with us on the 7th date also. So we will write down same as it is, 90 into 16. And the amount will be 1,440. That will be same. Copy down. Copy paste. Okay. Close the date. Close the date means draw the line. Now come down to the next date, 11th date. Received 200 units under GRN number 302 at the rate rupees 17 per unit. So how many units are received? How many units are received?
Ma'am,
3,400.
No, units.
200, ma'am.
Yes. What is the rate of unit? 200?
17.
Per unit. Very good. 17 per unit. So 200 into 17 is how much? The amount column?
3,400.
Very good. Come in the balance column, write down same. The earlier one has to be copied down first. 20 units, 15 per unit, 300. Next line, 90, 16, 1,440. This has to be brought down first. Always remember. Okay. Now you can, because it is received, now you can add on in the balance. Add on 200, 17, 3,400. Are you getting my point? Otherwise, I can write down here in the Word document. If you want me, I will write down here. Are you getting my point? Should I make it?
No, ma'am.
Is there any need? So, I mean, is there any need to show it you on the screen?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. We will do.
Sure.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Okay, next. So you can close down this date. Next date is 14th date. 14th, on 14th, we have issued 150 units. So 150 units are issued. Receipt column will be nil. Come in the issue column. Now first 150 units are issued. So how many units do we have in the first slot?
20
Ma'am,
units.
20.
So first 20 will be issued. Come on, write down 20 in the issue column. 20 into what is the rate of 20? 15, no?
15.
Yes. So 20 into 15 is how much? 300.
300.
So 20 gone. From 20 is gone. Now come to the next slot. After 20, how many units we were having in the second slot?
90.
90.
Ma'am, 90.
Take out 90 also. Because 150 units we are issuing now. So only 20 have been issued. 120 units are, 130 units are to be issued yet. Okay. So 90 units will be taken out. First in, first out. 90 units, write down after 20. 90 into 16, 1,440. Where are you writing? In the column of?
Issue.
Ma'am, issued.
Very good. We are standing in the column of issue. Okay. We are writing in the column of issue. So issued 20 units first, then 90 units. 20 plus 90. How much is issued already?
110. 110.
Yes. But how much we need to issue?
Ma'am, 40 units.
No. How much total we need to issue? Total.
150
So out
units.
of 150, 110 is issued already. How much
40
is left over?
40 units.
40 units are to be issued yet. So write down 40. But we need to check. Wait. In the third slot, how many units were there in the third slot?
200.
200 units.
Out of 200, can we take out 40 units easily?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so take out 40 units. into 17.00. Why 17? Because it is a part of 200 units. We have taken out 40 units from 200 units ka slot. Therefore, 200 slot had the rate 17 per unit. Therefore, 40 units will also be multiplied with 17 per unit. Tell me, 40 into
680.
17 is how much?
680, ma'am.
680, ma'am.
Now come down to the balance column. Balance column. First slot was 20. 20 out of 20, how much we issued? Full 20. 20 में से 20
Yes.
issue किया ना?
Yes, ma'am.
So how much is left over?
Ma'am, nil. First slot
Nil.
will be nil.
First slot will be nil. Second slot 90. Out of 90, how much you issued?
Ma'am,
Full
90.
90, ma'am.
90 full. So 90 out of 90, 90 is issued. That means full stock is nil. Okay. Next we had 200 ka stock. Out of 200, how much we issued?
40
40.
unit.
40 units we issued. So how much is left over?
160
160.
unit.
Write down in the balance column 160 units into 17, and the amount column will be 160 into 17.
2720.
Yes, ma'am.
2720. You know how to verify this answer. You can do it. 2720. You know how to verify. Do you know? Do you
Yes,
remember?
ma'am.
Yeah. Next. Next. Close the date. Close the date. Next date is 21st date. Received 20 units under GRA number so at the rate rupees 25 per unit. So it will be written in the receipt column. Write down 20 units, quantity per column 20 units, rate per column 25 per unit, and what will be the amount?
500, ma'am.
500.
Very good. Issue column nil. So what will be your balance column? First, what we will write?
Ma'am, 160
160.
unit.
The balance of earlier date. So what was there in the earlier date? 160 units. 160 units, 17 rates, and what is the amount?
2720, ma'am.
Yes, copy down, just copy down. 2720. Now you need to add on receipt, the units that we have purchased on 21st date. Add on 20, just below 160 units in the column of balance. We will write 20 units. Rate column will be reflected by rupees 25 per unit. Means we will write 25, and the amount column will be reflected by 500 rupees. Is it clear, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Close the date. We are done with 21st date. Come to the next day, 25th April. Issued 100 units. So we have two slots. First slot was how much? First slot is
Ma'am.
of how much?
Ma'am, 160 unit.
How many units?
Ma'am, 160 units.
160. Out of 160, can we take out 100 units very easily?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So we do not need to touch the second slot because this is FIFO method. Says first in, first out. So from first slot, 160 units, we need to take out 100 units. Come on. Receipt column will be nil. Issue column will be reflected first with 100 only. 100, because out of 160, 100 can be taken out easily. No? So from second slot, we will not we will not take anything. 100 units will be taken out from 160 units. So what was the rate of 160?
17.
17.
So we will multiply 100 units with 17 in the column of issue. So we are writing 100 units into 17 per unit. What will be the amount?
1,700.
1,700. Very good. 1,700. Now come to the balance column. First, you had 160 units. So out of 160, 100 units are issued. So how many units are left over?
60 unit.
So first you have to write 60. You don't have to write the second wala first. First has to be written first only. Okay. So write down 60 units, 17 per unit. And what will be the answer of after multiplication? 60 into 17 is how much?
1,020.
You can verify this 1020. Check, I'm waiting. Let me know 1020 rupees is correct or not. You can verify.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. Amount minus amount. Remember?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now second slot is how much? In the second
20.
slot, 20.
20,
So
ma'am.
you need to write 20, 25, 500 same. 20, 20. Because we have not issued anything from this 20 units per slot. Therefore, this has to be written same as it is. 20, 25, 500. Now close down the date. The date has to be closed down. Next, to write on the next date. Next date is 25th. Oh, sorry, 25th is done, no? Sorry, last. 27th. 27th is received 50 units at the rate 16 per unit. Write down in the receipt column 50, 50, 16, 16 in the rate column. And what is the amount? 15 to 16 is how much?
Ma'am, 800.
Very good, 800. So 15 to 16 is 800. Now come to the issue column nil. You have to show it as nil. Come to the balance column. First stock has to be shown first. So earlier date. Look at the earlier date. How much was the first stock?
Ma'am, 60.
Write down 60 units, 17. 60 units, 17.00. And what was the amount, by the way? 16 to 17.
1,020.
1020, ma'am.
1020. Same, copy paste. Next, second slot. How much was the second slot?
20
20, ma'am.
How much it was of?
into
20 units. So 20 into 25, 500. Okay. Now, we
Yes,
have
ma'am.
purchased 50 units. So we need to show it in the balance column also. I mean, these units are also to be shown in the balance column. So right under 20 units, you have to write 50 units. Right after 20 units, just below the 20 units, we have to write 50 units into 16 per unit, and the amount was 800. Was it 800?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am,
ma'am.
it is
Yeah.
800.
Okay. Now close down the date as it is over. Do you have any other date apart from this?
No, ma'am.
So we need to close down with the closing balance, closing stock. So we are standing in the month of April. What is the last date of April? 30 or 31st?
30.
30.
Okay, write down 30, 30 in the bracket closing stock, receipt column nil, issue column nil. Now tell me how much do you have in your closing balance, closing stock? 2 slots, 3 slots, 1 slot. How much? How many slots do we have?
Ma'am,
Three.
3 slots.
3. So as it is, copy down. 60, 17, 1020, right? Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, next. 20, 25, 500. This is second slot. And third slot, 50, 16, 800. can verify from here. See, this is FIFO method and all our answers are matching. See, they have also written same way. Can you see 20, 90, 200 here on the 11th date?
Yes, ma'am.
So last date we have 27th, we have 60, 20, 50. So closing stock also 60, 20, 50. Is that okay?
Ma'am, the sum numbers, illustration number 2 and 8 are both are same.
Which one? Which one? I don't get that. 8
Ma'am,
and
illustration number 8 and 2, which
2.
you have done in last lecture.
Oh, typically same.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, oh. So we have repeated the question, right? Oh yes. Anyways, चलो कोई बात नहीं, प्रैक्टिस हो गई ना हमारी.
Yes, ma'am.
चलो कोई बात नहीं, पता नहीं था ना सेम सेम. चलो no problem. That's okay. Anyways, we have done a practice. Take it as a practice. Okay. So shall I give you homework now? FIFO method.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Take a few sums to at least 2 sums in homework. See, take this sum as homework. Take this sum. Now you don't have to
Ma'am, 10th
consider.
one.
Yeah, but you don't have to consider the lines that are given here below the table. Below the table, whatever is given, you have to ignore. What is your question? This much is your question. See, from the following data, raw material Timmy during the month of September 2010. This is month of September 2010. From 1st September to 29th September. Some points are given for opening. Some are for receipt. Okay. This is receipt. GRN number is receipt. And MR number is issued. Are you getting my point?
Yes, ma'am.
Wherever GRN number, R is receipt, GRN, receipt, and MR is market retail price. So whenever we issue, that is retail price, no?
Yes, ma'am.
So GRN is receipt and MR is issued. So for receipt, 90 kg, 16 per kg, issued 80 kg. Again, receipt 200 into 17 kgs. Again, we have same values. No, I think these are same values, 90, 16, 80.
Yes, ma'am.
Again, same. It is same as 8th question only. See, 90, 16, 80, 200, 17. Last is 50, 16. Yeah, it is typically same. They have just changed the name of raw material. Anyways, don't do
Yes,
this
ma'am.
then. Don't do this. Wait, I will tell you the another question. Just wait down. Yeah, yeah. Note down this question. Sum number 2 homework. Only with FIFO method, huh? Don't do any other method. Only with FIFO method. Will you be able to do?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
So note down sum number 2 unsolved problem. It is page number 243. Textbook page number 243. PDF page number 45. PDF page number 45. Unsolved problem number 2 homework. You can take down this sum number 1 also as a homework. So 1 and 2, okay? 1 and 2. Both with FIFO method. No, no, no. Not first sum again 50 and 16. 100 into 15, 90 and 16, 80.
Yes,
Same
ma'am.
value.
Yes, ma'am.
Same value. So don't do first sum. How many times they have repeated? Oh my God. Okay. Don't do first sum. You have to do second. Second and yeah, this is also pretty nice. Third question. So sum number 2 and 3. With the FIFO method, will you be able to do it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So two sums.
Yes, ma'am.
Two sums. Fine. Fine with everyone.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So shall we wind up for the day?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay. So
Bye,
we will
ma'am.
meet tomorrow
Bye,
as
ma'am.
our scheduled time. Okay. As per timetable, we have our lectures. So we will meet tomorrow. And if you want at all, if you want, we will do one more sum of FIFO. Otherwise, we will shift to the weighted average method because all sums are alike. Nothing is different now. All points are same. No different point, no new point is there. So if at all you want, we will practice FIFO with one sum. If you don't want, if you're confident with FIFO method, then we will shift to weighted average. You let me know tomorrow, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
But
Yes, ma'am.
before that, before meeting tomorrow, we have to do these both questions as homework. Second question and third question. Complete these two questions as homework before our next lecture. Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Take care, everybody.
Bye,
Bye.
ma'am.
Yeah, bye.
Bye,
Take
ma'am.
care.